we're down in the bent now. We're on the bent road, and this is a dead end road, but I gotta keep it plowed. A lot of people live on this road, including my brother-in-law, which is supervisor over snow pushing during the day, on the day shift. So I got to make sure he can get out. I think his shift starts at 7, so he should be coming out anytime. He lives at the very end of the road. I'm still following this tractor that had come out of this road and plowed even on 614 or Squirrel Spur Road. And I got to thinking I might know who it is. If it turns off on the road, I think it will. I can still faintly see where he plowed at. Very faintly. It snowed a lot since he done it. There's a boy down here. He's about 19 or 20 years old, somewhere in that range. And he bought a 4707 Massey Ferguson. I think last year he bought it. And he came and looked at my 4710 before he bought it. And he lives down here. And he said something to me about he was thinking about trying to get on with VDOT at some point, wanting to push for VDOT. I think he just has a rear blade, and I think that's what he done this with. If it's him, I'm pretty sure a rear blade done it no wider than what the pass is. But anyway, we'll see if it was him. If he turns off to the right down here on Bent School Road, it's a little dirt road, that's where he lives at. And if he goes that direction, I bet you that's what it is. He was probably out here practicing or playing, seeing what he can do with it. That's just my educated guess. That don't mean I'm correct, but right here's Bent School Road to the right. We'll see if it goes that way. Well, yeah, the tracks went that way and this way, so it could. It's hard to say. It went both ways. Looks like he went this way and he went out Bent School Road, so I seen his tractor tracks. I guarantee you that's who it is. He works for his dad, and they remodel houses and build cabins, and they do a lot of stuff. He bought that tractor to use on job sites and stuff, and do some bush hogging. It's still snowing pretty hard. It's not as hard as it was, but it's still quite a bit coming down. I don't know how much longer this storm's gonna last. I hadn't looked on the radar in a little while. I'll try to do that. See what we got coming. I'm not even sure how much we've got right now. It's hard to tell when you're just plowing. The temperature is a lot colder the last couple days, so all of this snow is sticking a lot better than the last snow I done. The last snow, it was almost 60 degrees there one day, and then it was 50 degrees the day right before it snowed. And a lot of the snow that hit the road melted before it ever accumulated. So it just wasn't a whole lot of snow to push. We still pushed, but it wasn't a lot to push. This time everything's cold and all the snow's staying and sticking. So there's quite a bit more to push here. Alright, I'm going to shut the camera off. I'm going to go down here, turn around at the dead end, and then we'll start heading back out. And may have to run squirrel spur again, depending on how much it snowed by the time I get back out of here. So we'll check on y'all later. Alright, so it's about 8:15 in the morning, and I'm plowing a road that hasn't even been touched yet. And quite a bit of snow coming off the blade. I'm not sure how much snow we've got. I hadn't measured it, but it's at least 4 inches, I would say. And now you probably hear it. It's sleeting. It's beating on the windshield. So it's going to pack the snow down. That's typically what sleet does. So it's going to give a skewed measurement on it. But that's all right. We get what we get. We're supposed to get freezing rain and sleet. I think there's wind coming, and it wouldn't surprise me if the power went out again like it did on the last snow, but I guess we'll just have to wait and see. One thing I've noticed is we're starting to get some ice accumulation on the trees. It's some freezing rain mixed in with this snow. We're starting to get some accumulation on that, so I guess that'll be on the power lines now. Okay, so it's about 11:30 and it hasn't been snowing for a while. And I've got all of the squirrel spur cleaned up, bent roads cleaned up, done all the dirt roads off of squirrel spur, which I think there's four of them. Got all that done. There's been a truck, a VDOT truck running some of these other roads that I normally do, but I hadn't got to them yet. But I'm going back over them that he hit. He's just basically got a path down the middle of them, so I'm going back and kicking all of it back. So that's what I'm doing at the moment. This is Hurricane Ridge Road. It only snowed about, I guess it's about 4 inches maybe. It may have been about 5 inches, but then it rained and sleeted on top of it and kind of packed it down. What's going on here? Anyway. So, I don't know if it's going to snow anymore. I hadn't looked, but it doesn't look like it's going to just by looking at the sky. Well, it's foggy right now. It's kind of hard to tell, but it's lightened up a whole lot, like it's kind of moving out, but there could be more coming. I don't know. I'll need to look at the weather at lunchtime here when I get a minute to look at it and see what it says. But for right now, I'm just trying to clean everything up like it's not going to do anything else. Kick everything back. I use my wing over there on the right side to push it on back off the road. Make plenty of room in case it snows again one day and this doesn't melt, which I don't think there's any danger of that. I believe it's going to melt before we get any more, if we get any more this year. This is the most snow we've had in about a year and a half, I guess. Been longer than that. Get this road completely open. You can see where that truck went through. He just got about half the road open, I guess. Just trying to get it on open so people have enough room to get 2 cars by each other. Get it shoved on off the pavement a foot or so, or 2 foot, whatever I can. Make it a little safer. This is a steep hill right here, and you do not want to fall off the right side. A long ways down, crash into the fence and then maybe into a tree. push snow with a tractor. Why don't you use a truck? I'm thinking, why in the world would I want to use a truck when I can use a tractor? That's what I'm thinking. I hate pushing snow with a truck. You can't see. You're only two-wheel drive, most of them. Can't go. Like right here at this intersection. I'll show you what I can do at this intersection. Can you do this with a truck? Put your blade down. Here, I'll open the window so you can see. Alright. Now I can go forwards. Shuttle shift on the column. How many trucks has got a shuttle shift on the column? None that I know of. I ain't even got to push a clutch in. I just change directions and go back the other way. Best intersection cleaning machine you'll find. So why would you want a truck to clean an intersection over a tractor? I wouldn't. I got a blade on both ends. I can see behind me. I can see if there's vehicles behind me. I can see, make sure I'm not backing over somebody with a bunch of mirrors that are froze up and frosted over. You can't see out of, and you can't see nothing behind you. I'd a whole lot rather be in this tractor. This tractor's got enough hydraulics to run a wing plow like I got on this tractor. Got wings on each side that are hydraulically controlled. It'll run 25 miles an hour, which is plenty fast for back road snow plowing. And it'll go just as good as a truck. If I need it to go better, I can put chains on the front. And it doesn't slow me down very much, maybe about 5 miles an hour. I don't know why anybody would want to push in a truck compared to a tractor. That's my thought. It just blows my mind when somebody says, you need to be pushing with a truck. Why do I want to push with a truck? No, thank you. No, thank you. I've pushed with trucks. You know where I end up when I'm pushing these back roads? In the ditch. And then I'm calling for a motor grader to come pull me out of the ditch because I'm trying to kick it back and trying to get it to do a good job. Guess where I end up? In the ditch. That's why the VDOT truck driver, he stays well in the road. That way you don't end up stuck. Well, I don't have to worry about that in the tractor. Even if I do get in the ditch, it'll, most of the time, 99% of the time, the tractor can get itself out of the ditch. So that's just my thinking on it. I'm sure there is where I know there is a place for a truck out on the open highway. You don't want to be out in this tractor where you're not doing intersections and you're going straight in a straight line pushing for miles and miles and miles. You'll definitely want to be in a truck for doing that. But what I'm doing is rough country back roads, up and down steep hills, curvy, tight, nowhere to turn around when you get to a dead-end road. You just have to kind of just spin it around in a truck, in a tandem truck. Some of these places you end up stuck trying to turn around. So to everybody who thinks I should be in a truck, no thank you. I'll stick with my tractor. If you want to push with a truck, have at it, but I'll stay in my tractor. So that's my thoughts on that. You understand? Good. All right. I'm going to go eat some lunch here in a minute. It's about 11:45, and then I'll come out and I'll keep pushing until VDOT calls and says to go home. So we'll see y'all in a little while. We'll check back with y'all later, hopefully. All right, so I got all my VDOT stuff done, and now I'm pushing the parking lot for a local business. Capewell. It used to be Aerial Systems. Now it's Capewell. So that's what I'm doing at the moment. gotten really, really heavy. It's packed down, and you got that sleet and rain on top of it. Made it, man, if you, it'll knock a dang mailbox over going by. Mailboxes, if you got a rooster tail, it's so heavy, it just clobbers them. This blade works really good to do parking lots too with these wings on it. You can adjust them to where you don't have much spill up, or you can turn it into a box completely if you need a box. It all works really good. Cook in here. It's hot. Turn the air conditioner on already. This blade, it lifts way up, so you can stack with it some. It lifts up, I guess, about 3.5 feet, which is a whole lot higher than a typical snowplow, unless it's on the front end loader. My battery in my camera is about to give up. Been using it off and on all day. It's about 3 o'clock now. I've been going since about 4 o'clock. So it's held in there. A big old pile of snow here. There's another truck here pushing that belongs to the business here. They pushed it all up in a pile right here. It's all right. We'll take care of it. We'll take it over here. We'll move it out of the way. Got a bit of a gravel parking lot here on the side. I'm trying not to tear all the gravel off of it. Guys, that's gonna be it for this video. Hope y'all enjoyed it, and sorry there wasn't no more snow than there was, but looks like it's just gonna be a one-day event instead of a multiple day event. The wind hadn't been blowing like I thought it was going to, and the snow is packed down. It ain't gonna drift, so there ain't gonna be no snow blowing. So anyway, yeah, that's basically gonna be it. Get these parking lots done, and we'll talk to y'all later.